And we're back for another episode of the Lakers Fast Break podcast. It's our semi-annual, kind of annual, Stone and a lot of other people were asking for it. It's our return for the NBA mock draft. It is Gerald Glassford, along with Eric Kwan, legend from I Got Next Sports Media, and of course the guy from @report_court and the Upside Swings NBA Draft Podcast, our own draft expert. It is, of course, Stone Hansen. Stone, Eric, legend, and hopefully John will be coming. Great to have you guys here. Unfortunately, Sean is not going to be able to make it, so that was kind of frustrating a little bit to hear that schedules have changed for some of the guys, but that's okay. We'll go through it. We'll stick through it. I've got the real GM setting it up right now. I know we made some trades and trade proposals in the days leading up to this. So I want to get everybody a little bit of background on what's going on here as far as is concerned, and as far as some of the teams that we're in charge of. First up, if John Costa comes here in time, he is going to be in charge of the Sacramento Kings, LA Clippers, Indiana Pacers, Houston Rockets, and Chicago Bulls. Otherwise, I'll take them over. Toronto, Sean Grice is going to take care of he was going to take care of the Toronto Raptors, Oklahoma City Thunder, Charlotte Hornets, Miami Heat, and the LA Lakers. I guess I'm going to have to take over those two. Stone Hansen, well, the time he's here, I wanted to make his a little bit light. So I've got him for Dallas, Denver, and Portland, but I'm going to constantly ask him his thoughts on our drafting of the guys that are out there. Eric Kwan has Memphis, Minnesota, Utah, Boston, New York, and Phoenix. Legend has Golden State, Atlanta, San Antonio, Orlando, Cleveland, and Washington. So please keep track of that, guys. Please help me out on that because I've got a little bit added more on my plate. Brooklyn, New Orleans, and Washington, Detroit, and Philadelphia 76ers were the original teams I was supposed to take care of, but I will be adding more on that. So we will see how this goes from here in our NBA mock draft. I first want to go ahead and mention some of the trades that were already approved. Eric Kwan and I came to a deal. Philadelphia sends Joel Embiid, Jared McCain, Kelly Oubre, and the number 3 and the 35 picks for Devin Booker, Cody Martin, and Nick Richards. That was approved. So Joel Embiid in our mock draft would be going to Phoenix, plus the 3 and 35 picks are now in possession of Phoenix, just to keep you guys already set up and see speed on that. To John, he approved New Orleans sending Zion Williamson, Herb Jones, and the number 23 pick to the Clippers for Norm Powell, Bogdan Bogdanovic, Ivica Zubac, and the number 30 pick. So I have to go ahead and get that straightened out as well. Sean, I did make an approval for him while he was running the Lakers in the short period of time he was running the Lakers. He sent Austin Reeves, Shake Milton, Vando, and Dalton Connect for Tobias Harris, Jalen Dern, and the number 37 pick from Detroit. So, yes, I'm going to have to also adjust that in as well. Legend, you and I've got a little, before we go ahead and start this up, how does Nick Claxton and the number 19 pick for Pods, Moody, TJD, and Kuminga, who will sign a 3-player option for $80 million sign and trade sound? So you sent me an email on it, but I'm throwing this at you again. How does that sound?
If you let me keep Pods, you got a deal.
See, that's where we draw the line. I would let you keep Moody. I would let you keep Moody. Hey, John, what's going on, my friend?
What's going on, guys? How y'all doing?
Let me think about it for a few minutes. Let me think about it.
Okay, so
I need a big, but
you need a big.
I need a big
right there for you. So you okay?
That free throw shooting part.
All right, just saying. But as I get this going here, it is of course the Lakers fast break. John, I got your teams already straightened out. We did swap the 23 and the 30 picks, plus Zion is going to the Clippers for you. How do you feel about that? As far as
Oh,
Zion,
wait. I saw it. If I didn't respond, it wouldn't get accepted. Did it get accepted?
yeah, we accepted it. Yes, the money works. The money works. The picks work. So Zion, Herb Jones, and the 23 goes to the Clippers for Powell, Bogdanovich, and Ivica Zubats, and the 30 pick.
No, I didn't want this, Gerald.
You said yes, I thought.
No, I didn't. No, I did not. I did not. I said, Gerald, if we want to respond or accept or reject, do we just email you?
Right.
And then
yes. All
I
right.
lost Zoo. There's no point in me having James Harden if I'm not going to have Zoo on my team. Man.
All right. So no Zion for you. So that's not approved right now.
Not approved.
Okay.
It's okay if you already approved it. I'll roll with it.
No. I didn't approve it. You're the guy. You did a Rob Pelinka with Mark Williams saying, okay, it's not that good. Zion didn't pass the health physical. There you go. Absolutely.
He didn't do that. If I'm gonna have James Harden on ball here, I'm gonna need a Zubac. This is literally his best, probably one of his best teammates he's had on the low. If you look at numbers wise, Stone, that's something hitting you right now.
I will say this, though. It is, of course, the Lakers Fast Break. Our NBA mock draft is about ready to start. Legend, I've given you 2 minutes. I'll give you back Moody. But Pods has got to be part of the deal.
For a bad free throw shooter, too, that's the part that kills it. I need a big, but I can't have a big out here breaking though.
All right, then I will say that's not approved for my proposals. Is there any other trade proposals that you guys have before we start?
Hold on, man. I blame my job. I got off work way too late because I got.
All right, well, we will go along with the draft, and if you've got something, we just try to expedite it. Yeah, as fast as we can.
All right, let me see.
I have a quick question, Gerald. The trade we agreed on, is that nullified now after the real life trade of Jordan Poole? Gotcha.
That's the last thing I wanted to mention. So yes, Stone and I actually had made a deal for basically contracts. I was trying to free up some cap space. He was trying to do some other things, and that's it involved Jordan Poole. So that's right there. Unfortunately, that is the case. Actually, that was a pretty good trade. So unfortunately, that's not going to work out there. But it is, of course, the Lakers fast break. The one that did get approved is the Lakers now getting the 37 pick. So yeah, all right, got that one approved, and then just checking. All right, the 3 and 35 goes to Phoenix. All right, and I've got that right there. Okay, all right, from Philadelphia. All right, and so with that, it is the Dallas Mavericks. Dallas Mavericks is run by Stone Hansen. So you were on the clock, my friend.
I won't.
You mentioned Gafford, though. Can he be traded even though he's agreed to terms on the 3-year extension?
To my understanding, yes. He's $300,000 under the limit that allows him to be available for trade. So
okay.
But I won't keep any.
So you're saying you're making him available to all the other GMs out there.
Correct.
Gafford is available. Okay.
Right. I'll take Cooper Flagg, number one, obviously. Best prospect in this class by a long shot. Probably a top 3 number 1 pick in the last decade. And I think that, this is now the franchise cornerstone moving forward. So easy number 1 pick for me here.
Okay, so that is Cooper Flagg being chosen.
Stone, dude, that's literally my pick. You can't take my pick, Stone. That's not how this works.
You gotta trade up for him, Doug.
You can't take my pick. That was like who I was basing my whole thing off. Like now my whole plan is ruined, Stone.
You gotta have plan Bs, man.
I'm just kidding.
There you go, indeed. Next on the clock is going to be The San Antonio Spurs. So the San Antonio Spurs are being run by who's San Antonio Spurs? San Antonio Spurs. That is Legend. Legend. Yes. So Legend. Who do you have? John will don't worry, Legend. About 10 seconds, John will say that was his. You ruined his plans too. So there you go. All right.
Well, I'm finna sound
Who do
like
you have,
Stone.
my
on this one. I'm finna sound like Stone. This is an easy choice for the Spurs. Don't give me Dylan Harper. Ain't got to think about it.
And remember, guys, if you still want to do trades, you still can do trades, but just make sure you interject as soon as possible before the pick is made. All right, because once the pick is made, it's there, right there. So yes, with that, now we're getting to Eric Kwan. Eric, you are in charge of the Phoenix Suns, and I say you're already doing it better than they are at this point in time. That's not the worst trade that's gone down in the past few days. I think the Kevin Durant trade was a bad trade for Phoenix, but I think the one that I saw last night with Portland, man, I don't know what
that was crazy.
That was insane.
Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah. Okay. Can I be paid $35 million to be a locker room, guy? Absolutely. Exactly. Your thoughts, my friend. Your pick at number 3 for Phoenix. You've got Joel Embiid. Who do you want now?
I got Joel Embiid. I got McCain. I got Oubre. I got Dylan Brooks. I'm gonna go with Kaman Malawak.
Because you have no faith in Joel Embiid as your center. So come on, Malawak, who's and this is something, Stone, I really want to get with you on Malawak. His draft stock is all over the place. I've seen him as high as 5th. I've seen him as low as 15th. I know that you talked about on our show the other day in regards to where you see him at, but he is going to be very fluid on where he ultimately ends up, Stone.
Yeah, I mean, I think looking just at the draft board, the top 7 seems somewhat secure to me. I think there's going to be a lot of teams in the late lottery that are hoping to get him that might try and trade up for him. We'll see how that goes, but he's definitely perceived to be the number 1 center in this class by most people. So I think he's going to have a lot of value in this class particularly.
All right. With the 4th pick, it is the Charlotte Hornets. That is Sean Grice. So I am taking over all of Sean Grice's teams. Just to let you guys know once again, because he is unfortunately could not be able to make it. So with that, I will be going ahead and looking to get. Boy, they need a lot of things on Charlotte. That's to say the least. I'm going to go with Con Knuppel. I want some shooting there. I want to go ahead and see that if really Lonzo Ball is going to be the thing. So I'm going to get Con Knuppel as the number 4 pick. Up next is the Utah Jazz. That would be Eric Kwan. Once again, Eric, who do you have going to Salt Lake and the Ainge family at number 5?
I mean, they need the best player available. So I'm gonna go with, man, they took an apple, so that's out of question. I'm gonna go with VJ Edgecombe.
VJ Edgecombe. Yes, you are. Eric mentioned that on the Phoenix Suns. Yeah, he mentioned that earlier, that Dylan Brooks is now part of them. But VJ Edgecombe goes at number 5. The management behind Ace Bailey obviously has not been doing him really good justice. Your thoughts on this? We talked a little bit about the Stone in regards to Ace Bailey, some issues in regards to him not working out for other teams. Do you think it's affecting his stock in regards to what these latest mock drafts have been? Is where he's starting to fall from what he was expected to go at number 3 now to 4, 5, 6, 7 possibility.
Yeah, I think it's orchestrated by him, though. I think this is what he wants. I think he wants to drop a little bit further. A lot of those teams in that more mid lotto range, I think, have more room for him to be their what they view as their cornerstone, and I think that's what he wants to be. I'd be surprised at this point if he goes in the top five tomorrow night. We'll see what happens, but I don't think he'll be there in the top five unless somebody trades up, which is a possibility. But I think Ace, it's by design. I think Ace wants to drop.
All right. By the way, I think that Legend would like to speak to you as the GM, I'm assuming, of the Golden State Warriors. Is that correct, Legend?
That's correct.
So you got Stone for the next minute or two. Make
So,
your pitch
Stone,
quick.
What you willing to do to let go of Galford? I'm willing to throw in my pick.
What is your pick?
We got the second round pick in this upcoming draft.
Second round. I'm looking to do a pods deal straight across.
All right, I'll throw Pods in there.
You
do
throw
a straight-
pods for him, but you won't throw it in my trade. What's up with that, man?
He can't shoot free throw.
I'll do a straight swap across. Yeah.
You got to
That's what I
do.
keep telling
Works for
Stone
me.
about Nick Claxton. That's what I keep telling Stone about Nick Claxton, but he likes Nick Claxton. So, all right.
You got to deal.
Perfect.
All right. So, Gafford does it work money-wise?
Let me check real quick. I'll throw it through fans, but you guys can keep going. I'll look through
Okay,
this.
because I think, because you're not on, you'd have to do it at their current salaries, not at the July 6th or July 1st salaries, because that's the extension. I think, does it kick in, or does Gafford have another year before it kicks in?
I think it's July 6th.
Yeah.
Yeah,
July 6th are when these trades go through, but July 1st is when the calendar turns over to the next fiscal year.
I believe he has one more year on his deal.
Yeah, so he's got actually 4 years. So, if I'm sure you guys could, Legend, you might want to take a look at the NBA at your NBA trade to see machine, make sure the money works. But Pods might have to throw something in for Golden State because Pods is still on a rookie contract, I believe.
It would have to be Moody if you're willing to do Moody and Pods together for Gafford.
I'll do it.
Okay. Now then, there you go. Moody and Pods for Gafford. Okay. All right.
Thank you,
There you
Jesus.
go. All right. Fair enough indeed. Up next is the Washington Wizards. I'm going to go ahead. I won't let the free for all. Well, do I want shooting or do I want a potential star player? My team sucks anyways right now. So, and I just got CJ McCollum. I'm going to go ahead and take Ace Bailey. Ace Bailey is going to be, I'm going to take my chance that he is as good as he thinks he is. So I'm going to go and take Ace Bailey at number 6 there with the Washington Wizards. Up next is the New Orleans Pelicans, I believe, or the Charlotte. Let me go ahead and just make sure one time. It is the New Orleans Pelicans with the 7th pick. Who has got New Orleans? That is me again. All right. With that, since Kaman Malawak is gone, because I think they really wanted to go center, I think they're going to have to go shooting because they got Jordan Poole. They've got a lot of injured guards. Whew. I am going to go with... That's a good question. I can't take much more time. I'm going to go with Derek Queen. I'm not in love with him as far as because I really didn't like the fact he came in out of shape for the Chicago Combine, but he does have a lot of unique skills that might work well with Zion. Since I can't get rid of Zion, I tried to trade Zion and couldn't get rid of Zion. Thanks, John. So with that, it is, of course, Derek Queen from Maryland going there to go ahead and team up with Messi as the center tandem there. Up next on the big board, 8th pick, the Brooklyn Nets. Who is in charge of the Brooklyn Nets? That is me again. Oh, my gosh. That's what happens when you got to take over a lot of teams. The Brooklyn Nets. This one's easy. I'm going to go with Trey Johnson. I really think Trey Johnson's a good shooter, the best shooter that's available. They need lots of offense. I think possibly going to make some other moves to get rid of Cam Johnson and some others, Nick Claxton, others like that. They're going to need help all over the place. I'm going to start with the best player available, and I think that's Trey Johnson. Up next is the Toronto Raptors. That is Sean. I'm going to go ahead for Sean. That they're kind of hard situation because they got a lot of players, but they have a lot of needs, even though they have a lot of players on that team. I'm going to go with, because if I get Jeremiah Fears, that really puts a weird situation with him and Emmanuel Quickly. I'm going to go with one of Stone's recommendation. I'm going to go with Kasparas Shakushionis as my pick right there. I know that was your number 4 ranked player on your big board, and I'm going to make sure his fall isn't any higher. Houston Rockets are up next. Who has the Houston Rockets? Is that you, John? Yes, John. You're on the clock with the Houston Rockets.
Right?
Oh, Phoenix. I'm sorry, that's Eric. Eric, my bad. It's Phoenix. It's Phoenix. Sorry, because the KD trade. Go ahead, my friend.
Man, I took my luck earlier. I'm gonna go with this. Brooks. You got Jalen Green, Bradley Beal still. Like, man. I'm gonna go with Carter Bryant.
Carter Bryant. And by the way, we have a major trade that's for real in the NBA. I got to go ahead and announce here in a sec. Carter Bryant is taken by the Phoenix Suns, by the way. The 11th pick is the Portland Trail Blazers. I still believe that that's the case because I think my trade was disapproved. And Portland Trail Blazers, that is Stone Hansen. So, Stone, you have Portland still in control since our trade fell through because of Jordan Poole. Your thoughts, my friend, on Portland. Where do you go next?
I was hoping to go with Carter Bryant. That is no longer possible. It's difficult. I'm I'm going to go with Jeremiah Fears here. If Scoot's development has not gone as planned, I think Fears is another star bet at point guard. I'm willing to take that swing here, so I'll go with Fears.
All right, there you go, Jeremiah Fears. Up next is the Chicago Bulls. While John, you're finally on the clock, my friend, for real this time. Chicago Bulls are on the clock. I do want to announce a real trade in the NBA. Boston, Atlanta, and Brooklyn are finalizing a 3-team trade that sends Kristaps Porzingis and a second-round pick to the Hawks, Terrence Mann and Atlanta's number 22 pick to the Nets, and George Niang and second-rounder to the Celtics. So Porzingis is leaving. This is real live, guys. A real live trade. Porzingis is going to the Hawks. Legend. All right, that's your team, man. That's your team. So
they actually did something.
They want to get cheaper in Atlanta. So that mystery illness better be already well. But the number 22 pick, whoever's picking number 22 is going to Brooklyn, which is me. So I have to remember. Now they got 5 picks in Brooklyn right now, a real life. So, John, you're on the clock. Chicago Bulls. Go ahead, my friend.
I'll be honest, guys. I'm here for participation of the channel. I'm here for participation of Stone Hansen and how much great work he's done here for this draft. And Gerald, I do not watch much college basketball or overseas. I'll be honest with you guys. So I have no idea who this guy is, but I'm really more here for the trades, which with the reason why I've been quiet, I'm trying to work out some trades here. But It's harder. It's. I feel like it's harder than you think, or it's harder than I thought it'd be.
It took me over an hour to come up with all those trades.
Yeah, so it's taking me longer than I thought. I'd like to have it done by now, but did not have it done. So I guess I'll take this guy from for the Chicago Bulls. I'll take this guy K Parkiness or whatever from this point guard from Illinois.
Gerald
I
already
got
took
him. Kasparis is already gone.
Okay, all right, sounds good. Sorry about that. I didn't even know that because I was over here trying to work up this trade. What about did somebody get Derek Queen yet from Maryland?
Gerald
I
already
did.
took him.
God,
Yes.
Gerald. He's like,
Sorry.
are you gonna? He's like, you're gonna reject my trade? I got something for you.
Right now, yeah, there you go. To pick your guy. Noah Singay, Colin Murray Boyles, Igor Demin, Nolan Traore, Joan Behringer, Thomas Sorber, Jace Richardson, Liam McNeely, Asa Newell
I'll take Igor. I'll take Igor for the
from
Bulls.
BYU. That's a really high upside, possible low ceiling there. That's a big risk, but it could be a big payoff. Player maybe in the mold of Josh Giddey. There you go.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Igor Demin.
You know, the crazy thing about me is until this guy plays in the NBA, he's, just a basketball player to me. I'm gonna be honest with you, but shout out him
There you
though.
go.
Until he
There
proves
you
it on
go.
the biggest stage.
This is true. Very true indeed. Next up, we have, of course, legend with the Atlanta Hawks, who now has also the 22nd pick in the NBA draft. Your thoughts on what you're going to do next?
Well, John just took my guy, so let's see. Gotta go with the backup now. I'm gonna go with Cedric Howard.
Cedric Howard. I like that one. I think he has a lot of upside potential there. But while I straighten this all out, could you tell us a little bit about Cedric Howard? 6'6", 6'7" guard from Washington State. Has a great story, been all over the place, as far as his trips around the different Division 1 and 3 schools. Stone, but Cedric Howard, to some, he's really been promising to a lot of people.
Yeah, Cedric Howard is interesting. He's a really good bet to shoot really well in the NBA. He's very long, has good extension around the rim. I think he'll be a good finisher. The problem for me is that he played D3. Last season, he played a full season at Eastern Washington, which is in a pretty poor conference in D1 basketball. This year, he tried to conference up at WSU, got injured only 6 games in, so we only have 6 games of actual high-level competition that he's played as a sample size. Eastern Washington is the biggest, obviously, closest sample size that we have to better competition. In that conference, he defensively, I think, had some issues. He needs to add some lower body strength. He's older. He's 21 years old. At least for the draft, that's older. Obviously, in real life, that's not crazy old. But he's interesting. He's offensively, there's some flashes of real handle and self-creation there. I think as a play finisher right now, he's got that as a shooter and finisher around the rim. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with him. I think in real life, he probably goes back into the lottery. I think it's sort of the range that he's looking at right now. So he's shot up towards pretty quickly after his commitment to Duke that ended up not going through.
And John, if you want to interject, or any of you guys want to interject with a trade proposal to another GM, please go ahead and do so. Again, John,
Okay.
if you're
I'm looking. Honestly, I'm
just
really trying to figure.
okay.
I'm trying to figure out something here for the Clippers, but they just don't have much to freaking offer for what they need. To be honest with
Well,
you,
remember you got 4 other teams, I believe, that you go ahead.
I know. I'm going. I'm dead set
Indiana.
on
What are
the
they going to
Clippers.
do for point guard now? Things like that. So
Come on, don't play with
Legend.
Nimhard. Big Nimhard here coming up.
All right. Fair enough. Legend, you're up next. It is San Antonio. Back from what they did earlier with Dylan Harper. Where do you go next on the board? God, I wish I could just blow this up a little bit better, but I apologize for that, guys. It's not very clear. Noah Sengay, Colin Murray Boyles, Nolan Traore. Don't get Stone started on that one. Joan Behringer, Thomas Sorber, Jace Richardson, Liam McNeely. Don't get Stone started on that one either. Asa Newell, Dick Clifford, Hugo Gonzalez, Will Riley, Danny Wolf, Maxime Renaud, Those are the players. Walter Clayton, Rasheer Fleming. Those are the players I have listed that are been on most mocks in this area.
I'm gonna go
Although
with
you are
John.
not, you can go somewhere else if you want. That's.
I'm gonna go with John Bringer.
Jean Berenger, okay,
Yeah,
from
John
Croatia, center right there. So he's got a center, backup center for, or maybe playing alongside Wemby if Wemby wants to play the 4. That's been talked about in recent times. Most notably about seeing if they could trade up for Malak to get him. That would be huge, Stone. 7-2 and 7-5 along that. If those two got together, oh my God.
Yeah,
That's all
both
I'll
French
say.
guys. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that's scary. 15th pick is Sacramento, and since I know that's in and around the area of John Costa, there
Fuck,
you go, my
man.
friend.
I stayed on the Clippers for way too long, and I have the best thing I could put together. Who runs the Hornets?
Who runs the Hornets? Checking now. Is that Magic? Yeah, that was Magic. So I'm in place of Magic. What you got, my friend?
The best thing I have for you, honestly, this isn't even a good deal, but the Clippers don't have much to offer here. But I'd give you Chris Dunn, the 2027 first round pick, and instead of Chris Dunn, Norman Powell. I got to give you someone better. Norman Powell, that first round pick for LaMelo Ball.
Seriously? All right. So you're saying you want LaMelo Ball, and then you would give me as far as
a first round pick.
First round pick 2027,
because you're banking
would be enticing because they could be bad.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because you're banking that we're going to be bad because this is going to take some time.
You would have to give me more salary than that to make the money work. 60 million more, and Bogdanovich is not great. That's a bad contract right now because that's still much more years. Can you do? Hold on to get your LaMelo Ball. Let's go. Okay, let me see who else is on your team. Okay, I'll give you Mark Williams. All right. Tell you what, you go. Mark Williams is coming to LA after all. So you want LaMelo Ball and Mark Williams. How about that? And that first rounder in 2027 for Norman Powell. Let's go with let's see. Are you keeping Harden? That tells me you're not keeping Harden. So I'm going to go ahead and trade Ivica Zubats and Derek Jones Jr. So how about that? Norman Powell, Zubats, Derek Jones Jr. for LaMelo Ball, Mark Williams, and a first rounder in 2027.
Yes. So I'm giving up Derek Jones Jr.,
Zubats, and Norman Powell. That makes the money work.
And you're giving me back Mark Williams
and LaMelo Ball. And that first rounder.
Nah, it's okay. Just forget it. Just forget it.
All right.
Just forget it.
All right. Deals off.
Deals off. Just forget it.
I was gonna have ball back in LA.
But you're the 15th pick as far as is concerned. John, Sacramento Kings. Noah Senge, Colin Murray Boyles, Nolan Traore, Thomas Sorber, Jace Richardson, Liam McNeely, Austin Newell are some of the players that are available.
Let's go with Traore.
Stuff. Are you staying silent on this one?
Yeah. If people want to hear me crap on Traore, they can listen to Upside Swings. I have him much lower than most people.
Stone, I'll be honest with you. If I seen Traore outside my window right now, I'd be like, man, that's a tall guy. But I wouldn't know that he's Traore. So I'm just
but his brother's a two-way player for the Lakers. So
oh shit. Hold on, time out. You're talking about yes, I know who you're talking about. That guy's supposed to be like a legend in like France or something like that, right?
Yes, there you go.
Yeah, I mean I truthfully have not seen him play, but I've heard of him though.
All right. Next on the clock is the Detroit Pistons. That would be me. And so with that, I'll make this rather quick. A lot of places they could go. I am going to go with Colin Murray Boyles out of South Carolina and take him there. Golden State Warriors, that would be legend. You're coming up next, my friend. What do you got?
Let's see. Give me
Still some big men out there.
Thomas Sorber from Georgetown.
Okay, Thomas Sorber from Georgetown, indeed. Okay, he is your pick. Hopefully for Golden State, the answer. We'll see what happens. Up next, 18th pick is the Milwaukee Bucks. Milwaukee Bucks, and that is going to be... Who is the Milwaukee Bucks? Is that Sean? No, that's not Sean. Milwaukee Bucks. That is going to be, I think, me. I'll go ahead and take on that. So with that pick, the Milwaukee Bucks select. They need talent all over the place, and who knows the status of what's going on with Giannis. So I'm going to say right now, they lost. They need center. So I'm going to go with Maxime Renaud. I'm a big fan of his. I think he can do a lot of things. Just guarding out of the perimeter will be a problem for him, but he can shoot and defend at the rim. So I'm going with Maxime Renaud. The Denver Nuggets, Stone, I believe, is your team, and they are next on the clock.
Yeah.
Esenge, Richardson, McNeely, Newell, Clifford, Gonzalez, Riley, Wolf, Fleming, Clayton Jr., Powell, Saraf, Penda. Some of the players that are.
I'll go with Asa Newell here. I think he's a good play finisher, a good shooter, and I think he works as does everybody. But I think he works pretty well alongside Jokic. So
there you go. Going to be a 6'11" power forward. A lot of potential with that kid. So let's go ahead and go with that. Indiana Pacers
Trade.
are
I have a trade.
there.
I have a trade.
Okay.
I have a trade to the Philadelphia 76ers.
That I believe is me. And once again, you have to deal with me. What's up,
Gerald? I'll give
here we go.
I'll give you Cam Whitmore and Reed Shepherd.
Okay. Wow. For
Paul George.
Okay, because I did trade Paul. Wait, I did trade Paul George. That's right.
Okay.
Paul George. Let's see. Wait, Paul George. Did we trade him in the previous 2 days? No, I don't think we did.
You traded Embiid.
You traded Embiid, so he's still on Philadelphia. Okay, so he's still on Philadelphia. Yes.
Oh, so you guys are tanking all the way.
like $40 million in salary, I think.
So you want Milwaukee, or Houston, I'm sorry. So Philadelphia, so you want Paul George in Houston, and you want to trade for
the right price.
Cam Whitmore. Well, you got these guys on rookie contracts, so that's going to be the hard problem. First off, Reed Shepherd.
I think I had about $40 million.
Yeah, you'd have to add about $36 million to that. Yeah, that's a lot of players. I don't think we could do that. We can come to an agreement on that one because you would need like 9 players on
Fred.
Yeah.
I would have. I mean, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'd be down to get Fred, but I have no real point guard, that can actually come up and initiate my offense. And I understand the ball is going to be in Kevin Durant's hands a lot of the time, but every good basketball team needs a point guard to calm the team at times. And Amen is not ready for that. Oh, man. Damn, that's tough because I was really trying to add PG to that lineup instead of Tari Eason.
Well, that'll do it. Is Fred Van Vliet and Reed Shepard.
All right, fine. Let's do it.
So Paul George
I'm gonna
for
do it.
Fred
And
Van
then,
Vliet.
and then I'm gonna go ahead and find me another point guard on the back end. I hope I
Okay.
will. Let's
So,
do it.
and just to make the money totally work, I think we're gonna have to make get it just a little bit closer. I'm gonna say Adam Bona from Philadelphia goes to Houston. Reed Shepard and Fred Van Vliet go to the 70s. Reed Shepard and Fred Van Vliet go to the 76ers, and Paul George and Adam Bona go to Houston. There you go. All right. Well, there you go. All right.
So I got Paul George. Long story short. All
Yeah,
right.
long story short, you do. Next up on the drafting board is Indiana Pacers. So who has the Indiana Pacers?
I do.
Yes.
Let me see. What pick is that? The
You are 20th.
20th pick. All right. Again, don't know who this guy is, but let's give Walter Jr. Clayton a try here.
Walter Clayton Jr. Yeah, he was the big time player. Finished the finals. Champion Florida. There you go.
Good for him.
Yes.
I'll give him a bucket.
There you go.
I'm just kidding.
All right. So with the 21st pick, it is going to be. Oh wow, that's kind of different than what they have here. Okay. The 21st pick.
That's Brooklyn, right?
Yeah, that was Brooklyn. So 19. Yeah, there's real GM has not gotten that straightened out at all.
No.
All right. So we'll just go ahead with that. Next pick, 20 will be Miami Heat. Good catch, Eric. I just caught that because I brought up Tankathons. That has the actual real.
Okay.
Yeah, because real GM has got it. It's got it all messed up right there. So
Okay.
that's. Eric, get that to Miami. Who has got Miami? Let's see. Miami is going by Sean Grice. So Sean Grice has it. Let's go with Noah Senge. I'll go with Noah Senge going to the draft. Next up is Brooklyn. Brooklyn, that would be me again. I'm going to go with Danny Wolf for a big guy that can do some things offensively. Go Danny Wolf. The 23rd pick is New Orleans Pelicans. That would be me again. I'm trying to get this through quickly as I can. For me, New Orleans Pelicans, I would go with Rasheer Fleming. Rasheer Fleming right there. And get that going right there. Who's got that? Who's got that? Oh, hold on. There you go, Eric. Something's coming out as far as you got some background noise on that. Rasheer Fleming is going next on that. And then, so what we have, Rasheer Fleming going that. He's been drafted. The next player up on the bid afterwards is the 24th pick. The 24th pick is Oklahoma City Thunder. So that's Sean. I'm drafting for Sean. I'm going to go with, let's go with Ryan Kalkbrenner out of Creighton. Get some size in there. Could always use that in case, somebody gets hurt, big man gets hurt. Next up on the list would be Orlando Magic. The Orlando Magic. Who has the Orlando Magic?
That's me.
All right, Legend. Who do you got for the Orlando Magic? They have Jace Richardson, Liam McNeely, Clifford, Gonzalez, Riley, Powell, Saraf, Penda, Thero, Niederhauser, Yang, Watkins, Tuhey, Lanier. Just some of the names that are available.
Let me get Jace for Richardson.
Okay. Hopefully he'll be a chip off the old block because his father played in the league for many years, Jace Richardson. His size, I think Let me ask you this, Stone. Is his size really becoming a detriment as far as him being picked a little bit higher in the draft?
I think it was surprising for some people, but he still has like a +5 or +6 wingspan. So I don't think it's definitely not going to hurt. He's a first round lock, and I think he's pretty likely to still go top 20 tomorrow.
Okay. All right. So you got some value there, Legend. All right. Well done.
Gerald,
20.
question.
Yes.
So
Yes.
what do we do if we want to do a trade between two teams that's our own?
Just let us know, and if we think it's fair, we'll take the consensus. If we think it's fair, because you can't go like Nikola Jokic for like a second-round draft pick or anything like that. So yes.
No. All
Although
right.
Stone probably did think that because he runs the Nuggets right now.
What do you guys think of Pacers and Rockets? I'd give away Cam Whitmore. And
you really want Cam Whitmore on the move.
Well, I'm trading him to the Lakers, man. I'm just kidding. That's where he should have been. But
Sure.
it's actually funny because I have a video actually, and I'm going to post it on draft day of me on draft day last year saying, "Oh my goodness, y'all, Cam Whitmore fell to us. We could take Cam Whitmore," and then we went with Jalen Hoods-Cofino. So that's really crazy. But anyway, I sidetracked. Sorry about that. Cam Whitmore and Aaron Holiday. If I need to go someone else, I'll go somewhere else. But Cam Whitmore, Aaron Holiday for Nembhard.
For Nembhard.
Yeah.
I think the Pacers would want a first at least.
A first?
Yeah.
Okay, well, if the Rockets are all in, well, then we're all in. Go ahead.
So what do you say, guys? Because the money you can make work. It's
Sure.
Nembhard.
If there's a first included, I think it's all right.
You guys let me know.
There you go. I'll let him do it. What do you guys? Legend, Eric. Okay, consensus. All right. The ayes have it.
So check
you got
this out.
Nembhard, my friend.
So check out this Rockets lineup: Nembhard, Amen Thompson, Paul George, Kevin Durant, Sengun. Come on, man.
That'd be great. That'd be awesome. 2018 lineup.
All right, now Gerald, we're gonna play through Sengun, also through KD. We'll have Nembhard, two-way guy, defender. You don't make me go get a man.
Okay,
Man is that guy. But all right, anyway, let's go. Keep going.
All right, keep going. I've got the next two picks for Brooklyn coming up next, 26 and 27. Yeah, as far as that's concerned, we will go with. They need everything on Brooklyn right now, and I think I'm just going to go with. I went high with Ronaldo. I want to go with right now, since there's no good point guards in this area that I see. I'm going to go. Let's go with Noah Penda and Yannick Konen Niederhauser as the next two picks coming up there for just get some size in there. I know Niederhauser might be a reach at that slot. But need some size. Thinking to get that's probably of the available size, he might be one of the better players available. But again, eye as a beholder on that. Next is the Boston Celtics. So who has the Boston Celtics? Eric, I think you do.
That's me.
Your mic is really cutting out, my friend. I apologize on that.
I've had to go with Ben Seraph.
Ben Seraph. Okay, fair enough indeed. That is Ben Seraph for Eric. Again, apologies, man. Your mic is sound a little bit garbled there, but I got Ben Seraph. Okay, up next. After that, 29th pick in the draft will be going to, as of now, the Phoenix Suns. So apologize everyone for the technical difficulties right there. But what do you got, Eric?
This is
Okay, hold on. McNeely, Clifford, Gonzalez, Riley, Powell. I want to know if you got any. What'd you say?
man. This is rough. Like,
We're having some technical difficulties. Apologies once again for this. So,
You're doing a great job, Gerald. Don't worry. Sometimes you can't handle.
Well, I
sometimes
said before with all the different schedule stuff and whatnot that this might be a little bit of an issue. So it's not my first rodeo.
Well, you're doing a great job, Gerald. And Lakers Nation has a funny comment. He said it sounds like you're
I'm
nervous.
gonna go Hugo Gonzalez.
Gonzalez, you got it, my friend. Okay, all right. That is Gonzalez right there for you. Yeah, something's going on with your mic, Eric. I apologize for that. But yeah, Hugo Gonzalez from Real Madrid, Spain on that. And next up is the Clippers. So, John, we come back to you.
Uh-oh.
Yes, Clippers.
Honestly, good thing no front office ever will hire me because I do not like making these decisions, man. It's crazy. All right. A lot of pressure here, guys. A lot of pressure on the line. I don't have any trades because I just couldn't figure nothing out.
Okay.
But what pick did you say it was, Gerald? The 20.
We're on number 30 with the Clippers. We're burning through the first round, but what?
Le Mans.
Who?
Lee Mans from France.
You may know Penda's already quick.
That was where Noah Penda played for.
Yes, Renault. Oh, okay, Maxime Renault. Yeah, he's already been taken. Already picked him up already. Liam McNeely, Nick Clifford, Will Riley, Drake Powell, Adieu Thiero, Hansen Yang, Jameer Watkins, Alex Tuhey. Some of the names that are still left on the board.
All right. You cut off a little bit, but I heard Alex Troué, so we're gonna go ahead and go with Alex.
Okay, there you go, Alex Troué. All right, Alex Tuhey. There you go. He has been selected. So that ends the first round. Minnesota Timberwolves. They're up next. Eric?
Yeah, it's mine. I'm gonna go Hansen Yang.
Hansen Yang. Okay. Taking a gamble on the Chinese superstar, Hansen Yang. Great name, Hansen, right there. I wonder who else has that Stone there. All right. I know you really, as we talked about, really, Stone, wanted to try and get him. Okay, John, no worries. I appreciate you being here, my friend.
Appreciate
All
you
right.
guys.
Take care, my friend. Thank you for joining. Stone, I know that you wanted your namesake to do a lot better, be a lot better as far as your overall prospects. But I know somebody's going to take him in the second round for sure. And it looks like Eric got him on that. So up next at 32 is Boston Celtics. That is Eric once again.
I'm gonna go with. I'll just left on there.
I have McNeely, Clifford, Riley, Powell, Hero, Watkins, Lanier, Markovic, Broom.
I'm gonna go Drake Powell.
Drake Powell, all right, out of North Carolina, has been selected again. And again, I apologize for the mic issues right there with Eric. Upcoming next is the Charlotte Hornets. That is Sean Grice. I will go ahead and pick real quickly. And I will go with Johnny Broom. I know that the measurables did not work out so great, but Charlotte, I think, needs some beef inside on that. The 34th pick is also them. I'm going to go ahead and see what they could do. Liam McNeely has fallen a long ways. I know that Stone is not real high on him, but from where he was projected to be. So Liam McNeely is going to be picked next. Phoenix Suns. Back to you, Eric. Nick Clifford, Will Riley, Adu Thero, Jameer Watkins, Shaz Lanier, Markovic, Sikorsky are some of the notables.
I'm going to say Nick Clifford.
Sorry, which one?
Nick Clifford.
Nick Clifford. Okay, you got him. Nick Clifford is now a member of this particular Phoenix Suns draft on that. So Nick Clifford is taken. Next up, we have Brooklyn Nets. Again, I'm going to go ahead and see what I can do to get some talent in there. I'm going to go with Chaz Lanier out of Tennessee to see if I can get some point guard ability on there. With the 37th pick, the Lakers, based off the trade I did with Sean, they need to get some size in there. Need I digress on that? I'm going to go with Amari Williams. Stone, you have Amari Williams much higher than a lot of other individuals out there. Why do you think that's the case? I have seen a lot of footage on him in particular. Why do you think that Amari Williams might go a little bit higher than most have predicted?
I don't know if he'll go higher or not, but regardless, I like him a lot more just because I think that I think he has a real understanding defensively of where to be as a team defender. I think he's a really good rim protector. He's operated on a lot of dribble handoffs and stuff for Kentucky. I don't think he's a particularly good ball handler as a center, but I do think that the passing is really accurate, really good. He can do a lot of stuff within schemed cuts and stuff like that. So I like Amari Williams quite a bit. I think that he's pretty interesting, and yeah, I would have him first round.
All right, there you go. Again, tremendous rebounder, very skilled on the pass. I've seen his vision when he has the ball. He's been able to find people, can play good interior defense. Of course, like a lot of big centers in this draft, he has some issues, guarding on the perimeter. But who doesn't at that size? Very few. But we'll see. Amari Williams at 37. Legend, you're next with San Antonio. That's the 38th pick right there for you. Your thoughts on where you go next?
I've been sitting here looking through what we had left for a good little minute, trying to figure out. But I want to go with Chaz Lanier.
Chaz Lanier. Okay. Let's go with Chaz Lanier. Where is he?
I think you just picked him.
Oh, I just picked. Oh, yeah, we just picked. Yeah, I just picked him on broke. Yeah, just up ahead of you. You are correct.
You did. My backup guy, give me Cam Jones.
Cam Jones out of Marquette. There you go. All right. Cam Jones out of Marquette. He was somewhere that was thought of right between that 25 to 40 area in most drafts that I've seen. So, yeah, very solid pick right there for you based on those numbers. The next I have would be, let me see. Let me go ahead and right here. Almost finished with this draft. Truly appreciate you joining us. Once again, it is the Lakers Fast Break. It's the Toronto Raptors and Sean. At this point of the draft, Stone, I'm going to ask for your help in this pick right now. So with Will Riley, Thiero, Watkins, Markovic, Zakarsky, Tonje out of Wisconsin, Proctor, Eric Dixon, James from Duke, Brea, those guys that are still available, Golden, Ulbrich, Small. Who appeals to you? Kobe Sanders out of Nevada. Who appeals to you for Toronto?
I could be mistaken, but has Thomas Sorber been picked yet?
He has been picked. Yes, I think Legend picked him up earlier in the draft.
Gotcha. And was Walter Clayton Jr. already picked?
Yes, he was. He was.
Gotcha. I'd probably go Thiero here. I think that
from Arkansas. Okay.
Correct. Yeah. Big wing, super athletic. Can operate in tight space really well. The shooting is not there, but he's super long. I think he has a 7'2" wingspan and he's 6'6", and just an insane athlete. So.
All right. With the next pick, it is the Washington Wizards. That's me again. I'm going to go this time. I'm going to go ahead with Washington. Again, they need talent all over the board. Or did I trade that away? Let me make sure I didn't trade that because I remember the number 40 being traded. Was that not traded in that? Oh, that was traded in that trade. Yeah, with Washington and New Orleans. That's right. The real life trade with CJ McCollum and all that, Jordan Poole and all that. The 40 trade, the number 40 pick was involved with that. So New Orleans has that pick now. And with New Orleans, that is still me. I'm going to go ahead. I've already picked up some size. I just need talent at this point. Put some beef in there. I'm going to go with Eric Dixon. I like Eric Dixon as a scorer. I wish he rebounded better for a guy his size, 6'9", 250. I can't understand why he just doesn't want to rebound, but he's going to have to learn in the NBA if he better rebound. But he's got a great touch from what I've seen. So I'm going to go with Eric Dixon as another 6'8", 6'9" power forward like Zion Williamson, who come off the bench. Golden State Warriors, I believe, is next. Right there for you. Legend, who do you have at 41?
Give me Rocco Zakirskis.
Rocco Sikorsky. Yes, our friends in Australia would be clapping for you. Very limited time, but let me ask you this. 7'4", you can't teach that.
Nope.
Stone, your thoughts on Zakarsky? Again, I don't know how much of a look you can make because he's had very limited time with his team overseas.
Yeah, you can't just base your evaluation off of this year as Zakarsky. You have to go back a little bit to FIBA and what he did with the Australian national team. I thought that he's pretty interesting, just like a vertical spacer with how massive he is, sucks up ground very quickly, backpedals well for his age as a shot blocker. The touch is not there yet. I think the overall feel is lacking a bit. But he's so massive that length covers up for a lot of concerns defensively. So I'm pretty interested in how he develops. I think I have him top 30 on my board. He's definitely a flyer, a swing, but I love the size and the just the overall profile of him defensively. But with that said, I do have to get going. Unfortunately, Gerald, I'm sorry to leave you prematurely.
No worries. We're almost finished anyways. So I truly appreciate it, my friend. Once again, catch Stone Hansen, Upside Swings NBA Draft Podcast. Truly appreciate you joining us for the NBA mock draft. You're like your 9th or 10th one that you've done so far this period.
I lost count at this point.
There you go. Absolutely. But go ahead, check out the Upside Swings NBA Draft. They'll be doing their own draft show tomorrow. And also as well, go ahead and make sure you catch Stone at report_court. Thanks so much, Stone. Always appreciate it, my friend.
Yes, sir. Have a good one.
You too. So next pick on the draft would be Sacramento. That'd be John. And since John doesn't know the guys, he's here for the trades. John Tanji from Wisconsin, a senior small forward. I'm going to go ahead with him. Utah Jazz is next.
That's mine, right? So
Yes. I'll give you some of the list down, some of the players that are Will Riley, Jameer Watkins, Markovic, Proctor, James, Bria, Small, Golden, Ulbrich, Kobe Sanders. Riley? Okay, Will Riley from Illinois has been chosen right here for the Utah Jazz. Truly appreciate that, Eric. Up next, we have Oklahoma City Thunder. That would be Sean. And it's like the Oklahoma City Thunder need more picks. They don't. But I have a feeling they're just going to go with somebody that they can go ahead and fill out the roster with. I'm going to go ahead and see if they are going to get Tyrese Proctor out of Duke. And see what they can go ahead with a solid point guard role player like that. Chicago Bulls are next. That would be John Costa. John Costa, he would be getting somebody with any kind of talent at this point. I'm going to go with Jameer Watkins out of Florida State. See if we can go. He's the highest ranked, best player available at this point. Orlando Magic. Orlando Magic is next. Legend, you have the Orlando Magic on the queue. Who do you have for number 46?
Give me Elijah Martin.
Elijah Martin. Let's see. Yeah, there he is. Out of Florida. All right. Elijah Martin out of Florida. Point guard. Looking for some maybe help that could help sooner rather than later as a senior coming in right there. Milwaukee Bucks are next. I'm going to go ahead and choose for the Milwaukee Bucks. I'm going to say Markovic out of Serbia for me. Someone who maybe a draft and stash at the very least. We'll see if he's actually talented enough to stay on the roster right away. Memphis Grizzlies are next. The Memphis Grizzlies are next, Eric.
I'm going to go with RJ Louis Jr.
Okay. So you had who was it again? I'm sorry.
RJ Louis Jr.
RJ Louis Jr. out of St. John's. Got it. All right. I see that. All right. Yeah, they didn't have him listed yet on Real GM, but I saw him on Tankathon. He is right in that area. So RJ Lewis Jr. is going to be your pick right there. I'm going to go ahead and get that scheduled right now. All right. Get that there. Just takes just a second here. On that, RJ Lewis Jr. is your pick. All right. And so up next is going to be, after that, for RJ Lewis Jr., for the Milwaukee Bucks, Memphis Grizzlies. Memphis Grizzlies is coming up next. And that is Eric once again, Memphis Grizzlies.
I'm going to go Vladislav Golden.
Vladislav Golden is going to be, yeah, let's go saving him for the Lakers at 55, but we got it, Amari Williams. So nice pickup for Vladislav Golden, although Stone isn't as high on him as maybe some others have been, but he may be able to do some things offensively. So there's Vladislav Golden. He is available for the Memphis Grizzlies. That's a 48. Cleveland is coming up next. Cleveland finally is getting into the fray as far as Cleveland is concerned. Who has Cleveland? That would be Legend. Yes, you have Cleveland, sir.
Let me get Victor Latkian from Clemson.
Victor Locken. Yeah, from Clemson. Okay, got him. All right, there you go. All right, and that is Victor for Cleveland. All right, the next is the Knicks, the New York Knicks. That is Eric. Who do you have for the New York Knicks at number 50?
50 would be, man, they're going to need a whole bunch of things. But that's all that bench in the playoffs. I'm going to go Hunter Salas of Wake Forest.
Hunter Salas out of Wake Forest. Okay, that is Hunter Salas out of Wake Forest going to the New York Knicks. New York Knicks at this point, going ahead, they've already forfeited their 56 pick because of their issues with the Toronto gate and all that. So 51 is the Clippers, and that is, of course, John Costa. So I want to pick for John Costa. I'm going to go with Ryan Nembhard. He wanted a Nembhard so bad, he's going to get a Nembhard. So Ryan Nembhard will be getting right there at 51. 52, I think, is back to you, Eric, and that is the Phoenix Suns.
Man, it's like a full roster. I mean, I'm going to go with, man, there you go here. gonna go with Grant Nelson of Alabama.
So you're going to go with Grant
Mm-hmm.
Nelson.
Grant Nelson.
Okay, out of
Mhm.
Alabama. Okay. And then you're up next with Utah right after that at 53.
Um, I'm gonna go with Bryce Williams of Nebraska.
Okay, that's out of Nebraska. The Bryce kid. Okay, that sounds good. All right, fair enough. So we get to Indiana. Indiana is next. That is John Costa, and I'm going to go Indiana with John Costa. Kobe Sanders. Kobe Sanders out of at 54. I'm going to go ahead and get him as a shooting guard out of Nevada. 55 is the Lakers, and I'm drafting for Sean on that. At this point, I got a big. I would have liked to have gotten another big just to go ahead and get some size in there, but that is not possible at this point in time. Most of my guys that I was targeting are no longer on the board. I'm probably going to go. That's a good question. This is where it gets really interesting, guys. I'm going to go with, I believe, Lachlan Ulbrich of Illawarra has not been chosen yet. 6'10" power forward. I was watching him. Pretty good as far as his sharing the ball skills. We'll see if he can materialize into something. But yeah, Lachlan Ulbrich out of Illawarra for at 55. Memphis Grizzlies is next. Eric, that's you once again.
Let's see. I'm gonna go with Micah Peavy of Georgetown.
Okay, Micah Peavy out of Georgetown. All right, and with that, that is going to Micah Peavy. Okay, I know he was put somewhere right around there. Small guards, shooting guard, small forward, 6'8" out of Georgetown. So there you go. Orlando Magic. It comes back to you. That is legend, Orlando Magic. So we've got only 3 picks left. You have the next 2, I believe, because you're Cleveland as well. So Orlando and Cleveland, and then we'll finish off with the Phoenix Suns.
For my Orlando Magic pick, give me Kobe Sanders.
Oh, I got him. Indiana.
Oh man,
already went to Indiana.
Oops, forgot he was already gone. Give me. I'm probably gonna say his name completely wrong, but Salud Nainj from Toronto, Italy.
Okay, there you go. All right. Who do you have next for Cleveland?
Eric Dixon.
I already got him.
Oh man. Ooh. Give me Alex Tuffy from Australia.
Alex Tuffy.
Oh, you mean Tui's already taken, right?
Yeah, Tui's already taken.
Ooh, what power forward do we got left?
Izan Almansa from power forward from Perth. He is still available. 6'11" guy out of Perth. As far as the power forwards in that range, I think that is because Victor Locken was already taken. Kobe Sanders was already taken. Grant Nelson, I believe, was also taken. So yes, that is where we're at. So if you want a power forward, I would probably say at this point on the list, Izan Almansa out of Perth.
We'll take him.
All right, for the Cleveland Cavaliers, there you go. Australia being represented once again with Izan Almansa. Last but not least, Eric, is you with Phoenix.
thinking. Um, I'm gonna go with Max Shulga of BC.
All right. Great pick right there. All right, that concludes the draft. Right there, we got it, guys. You did a great job. We did go and elongate it to like 2, 3, 4 hours. We just nice, clean hour and 15 minutes ish.
How many
So
roster
that
spots
worked
is
out.
that for Phoenix?
Pardon?
How many roster spots is that for Phoenix? In this draft alone?
In the shuffle, I think that would you're probably going to have to clear out some stuff, but you have
Yeah,
the
that's what
summer.
I'm saying. Like,
I think you're 2 over right now, if my memory serves, with what you have on the roster.
yeah,
But
that's
again,
indeed.
you've got some time to do some wheeling and dealing. That's okay. Again, got some time. If you're the Phoenix GM, whoever it is today, before Matt Ishbia, gets someone else in there. So. But I think you did a better job than what they've been doing. The Kevin Durant trade was pretty lousy, to say the least. Yeah, only the Boston trade for Portland was not that good. Just to give you guys a heads up, Dallas Mavericks declining his as far as Kyrie Irving is declining his $43 million player option, and he's going to sign a 3-year, $119 million contract. With the franchise. It includes a player option for the 27-28 season. I don't know how you guys think about that one, because if you consider he may be gone the entire year next year, may come back, who knows? And he decides he opts out of his player option in 27-28, he may only have one contracted year that he fully plays for the Dallas Mavericks on that one. So, but there you have it. I guess maybe his age, maybe he can only sign up to a 3-year contract. I believe it is. Yeah, Eric's shaking his head. So there you have it. 3 years, 120 million or 119 million for Kyrie. So there you go. Legend, Eric. It was great to have you guys here. Big shout out to Stone and John Costa. Also Sean Grice for putting his input on the trades and getting Jalen Duren on the Lakers. But yeah, that was what remember in the emails. So yeah, they wanted Austin Reeves and they wanted more shooting and more playmaking around Cunningham. So that's what they did, because I theorize, if I'm running Detroit, I theorize that they're going to go after Miles Turner now that the injury has taken place, and they can free up 17, and they could probably do a sign and trade. They could probably get their way. They're probably the only other team that can clear maybe enough space to get Turner outside of Brooklyn. So we'll see what happens there. But Legend, Eric, great to have you here. Legend, any last thoughts on your drafting for especially Golden State and Arizona? And then Eric, I'll get some thoughts from you before we head on out.
We got our big. That's my most important thing. Get the bigs. We got the bigs that we needed in Golden State. Goffler was an excellent pickup. Got our rookie centers, 2 rookie centers. That would do it at that point. Now we just fill the rest of it out with some good, decent wings.
Yep, and Atlanta did a real life trade, getting Kristaps Porzingis. You know what? I'll say he does well when he's not in a highlighted place. It's like he did in his 1 year with Washington. He killed it when he played for Washington. So maybe if he won't be in the limelight, Legend, Porzingis will do really great in real life here for Atlanta. So we'll have to wait.
See what he do when I go to some games in the fall.
He better be healthy. That's all I'll say. Eric, I truly appreciate you getting through the technical issues there. Sorry for all the trouble you went through on that, but any last thoughts, my friend, before we head on out?
Who did Minnesota and Memphis took in the first round?
Memphis and Minnesota taking the first round. Let me go ahead and I'll have to look at it right here. Memphis and Minnesota. There we go. Minnesota. Let's see. It's a good question. Memphis. Did Memphis, did they have a pick? Because I didn't show any listing.
Yeah, they got the Randall pick from the Desmond Bain trade.
Oh, that's right. That's right. For the Desmond Bain trade. Yeah. Just it was the 25, the number 25 pick Orlando, correct? Yeah. So that was Jace Richardson out of Michigan State. Yeah. So there you go. All right. Again, I hope he does as well as his dad did in this league. Was a great scorer at one point in time. I think a lot of people are just worried about his size, the way it's set up. But again, Eric and Legend, I truly appreciate you joining us. And big shout out to everyone that's been watching our NBA mock draft. Stone asked us if we were going to do another one. So for him and for all of you out there, hopefully this was enjoyable. If you have any thoughts or questions on what we did, John, getting it out, even though he didn't know the college players, but I got to give him a shout out. He was looking to do trades. Had a fun time, everyone. We tried to make it brief. We tried to make it short. Tried to make it not like elongated 4 or 5 hours. Glad you could join us, and hopefully we can do this again next year. Tomorrow is the NBA draft. I may be streaming it on playback, and then I'll probably try to do something here on the channel as well. We'll see what happens. But again, for Eric, for Legend, for Stone, for John, for Magic Man, who was here in spirit, it is Gerald Glassford. Thanks again for watching this. We'll be back tomorrow for the NBA draft. Hopefully you will be as well, right here at the Lakers Fast Break Podcast.